Alright, folks, greetings of peace. Welcome to episode 45 of my gameplay commentary of Final Fantasy 16. This is yours truly, Bionicanseng Francisco. Alright, folks, in just a short episode, in last episode
Did you see the pair
44.
that got hauled into tires?
Where, huh? So, does that mean that Bahamut's still alive? Or Dion? But he was really a. That was some bad, alright. First Mega Flare. You know, in the trophy list in Final Fantasy 16, we got some, you know, I would really like to do this first. That level 2 or higher Mega Flare. Let's see here. Let's let's just see here first. We cannot. However, we can get the Garuda. Hmm. Now I have to decide what kind of what you call this what kind of icon will do I want to equip, because Phoenix will always be there because of the ignition. Titan, so maybe Ramo deserves some rest. Mhm. Wings of Light ability. Oh, so Wings of Light. All right. All right, so Bahamut is. Hmm. What other things that fire breath? So this is just circle, huh? Okay, so all right, let's wait. I apologize, folks, for this. Did I just? Hmm. So why did I put Titan away? Hmm. No, we cannot put Titan away. Ramu, on the other hand, oh, you deserve the rest, Ramu. All right.
The battle cries of dread won't die.
Oh, you suck.
Still alive, are ya?
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
All
Is
right.
all?
We got some last edicts here. We bought.
Will we ever see the sun again?
And that's relevant, that relevant statement. Will we ever see the sun today? Again, because I don't want to talk really about that.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just the messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
So, Vivian. Oh, yeah. Hippocrates is.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Damn, just look at the blight. No more. Hey, where's...
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's fan,
Where the hell would they go?
leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Now, Odin. You will get what yours, Odin.
Is a storm coming soon?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible.
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas,
I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
What now, Jill?
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three.
Oh,
We had
come
as many
on.
owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the
My
wind up
man.
Isabel and her lot.
I
And don't
love it.
forget Dalamil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It
It
pours.
fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Okay.
How are you doing? Quick look.
Why we fight? What is this? Band of brothers? The flames of war. Down the rabbit
Seen
hole.
enough?
And of course, this we're going to get. What are the other available? So this will be 45, 46, 47. I think it will be in episode 48. Valmer Dalmekia. Valmer. The Maggett brothers, Quiet Sandas.
I can hardly lift my arms. The curse, it's...
You just need some rest. I'll stay here with you. If you'd like, that is.
Damn, Dion is alive, huh?
The injuries suffered by both your brother and the prince were bad enough. But that wound above Joshua's heart is unlike anything I've ever seen. Were he not a dominant, I fear he would have succumbed to it long ago.
Okay, so those two are alive, huh? Well, I'm really surprised about Bahamut. He really got his, you know,
Is there anything we can do? It doesn't feel right sitting around waiting for the world to right itself.
The girls here can have Otto and Gav and Gareth and Cole and all the rest. My heart beats for another.
goat.
Now, if only Lady Taya would let me into the infirmary to see him.
Oh, you switcheroo. Thought it was goat.
We've received word that the displacement stacks have arrived safely in Canva. The rest is up to Mid.
Okay. So I believe everything is a-okay right now, so let's start with the sand. Because there are some marks that are really tied with the story. So I think one of those is this. Oh damn! What the heck happened to this place?
Poor bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still, better a branded than one of us.
The heck happened to this place? Hey, you!
Sid! Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle.
Don't get any ideas.
Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the desert hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Fucking thieving bastards.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you.
Well, both of them has made fair point.
Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself.
But those are
When you're ready to talk like adults.
those are legitimate complaints.
Victor.
Who the heck's Victor?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Well, nothing happened with that talk.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it.
Yeah, Clive.
To smolder. That anger and fear. could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
What about the Jill and Clive?
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
If you're wondering why Dalimil's in such a sorry state, you can blame the bandits. Them and the mercenaries who are guarding the gates. Though I can hardly fault them for running. Fighting would have meant death. Did for more than a few.
My shop? Why would anyone do such a thing?
If I had my pickaxe, I would have...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something.
All this after the last sellswords we paid for proved themselves such reliable souls. You'd have us throw good gil after bad.
Never poke a hornet's nest, they say. Conrad's going to get us all killed.
I agree with Natalie. We mustn't do anything to provoke them.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it.
But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
It appears I have no choice but to do what little I can to defend.
They're not done with us yet. We'll be back soon.
What then? Should we leave?
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm fucking leaving.
Picture it, Conrad.
Why
Your
more
own city
supplies?
guard.
We might as well scatter seeds near a rat's nest. They're the problem, and only steel will solve it.
I don't know about.
Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamel's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
What now?
Not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
So can we just deal with the bandits now?
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
Good.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. Mistakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
No, we will not hold them up. We will beat the crap out of them.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
Overwhelm us. Bahamut!
Alright, I'm guilty of just trying to get the trophy for that. Alright. Finally got that trophy. Finally got that trophy for Bahamut.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Oh, no, that's what you call her, yeah? What the heck happened? What the heck happened?
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalamil.
We all saved Dalamil.
Sa lahat ng mga
What about Clive? He
Conrad
did?
seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
They still got the gold to pay?
Now, if I could only convince the people of Costness to work together.
Dalimil will forever be in your debt. But don't go trying to take advantage of that.
So, where did you...
Mummy? The gentleman of the town guards.
Is there okay. There's still an item shop here.
Are you looking for something in particular? An excellent choice. Go with Gilbert. Are you looking for something in particular? Pleasure trading with you. Thank you kindly.
Okay, we're not gonna use orichalcum. We need 3 of that in order to get the
Fare you well.
okay, so let's go back to the Bamara, huh? Is this the location of the bandits?
see that? Tell me you saw that.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so. You earned this.
Oh.
All done?
Bummer, huh? Quiet Lance Rosalia. Okay, 10 of clubs, Vamere. However, let's see here first. Well, I think this will really be an unstoppable combination. So let's go first to Bummer. Okay, but there's a Nisib.
Back again? And how could it not?
But are we any better?
I cannot claim. Such are the wages. Ironic, then.
What is it that you wish to learn?
I have the details here.
King Barnabas, huh? Born.
One must understand one's place in the world.
Where's Barnabas?
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Don't need to tell him. He knows. He's been beating up everyone. Alright, so we got Jill on our side, and the ever-reliable Torgal, and Bahamut. The power of Bahamut.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
The guard and Liga put aside their differences for the time being, allowing us all leave to sip our snake spit in relative leisure. For that, I will hazard we have your better half to thank. She put on quite a performance as per herself, while from one aspiring testament to another might I suggest working your deliberate, your projection, those stiff limbs of yours, and your countenance, and well, everything. Did seem underheld the service now. Okay, so how many side quests have Clive? So there are 72 side quests overall, but I think the last time we have 3 side quests, so 53. So now I think this is just the 50 but any other we're gonna go to Barmer. I beat the living crap out of a bee hunt. Well, at least there's livelihood. It's not as
The bandits maybe.
yeah. It's not as gloomy as Clive and Jill. Just
You wouldn't happen to know if the pieces that were stolen from my store were recovered, would you? They were...
We haven't seen the last of those bastards. But when they attack again, we'll be ready for them.
good man.
Let's go.
I thought this chocobo will be gloomy as well. So just like Lightning Returns, I think Alright folks, this is just a quick episode. I will be back at episode 46. Because we are going to we're going to end this gameplay soon.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Amen. Mega Player is hot. AF. So we'll just continue using Mega Player against these minor enemies because one of the trophies is complete some hit. this will be fun. Alright, as I've said folks, we're near the end of episode 45. My gameplay commentary of Final Fantasy 16. Another trophy concerning Bahamut. Well, I think Bahamut is the name. That's an overkill. And that's the way, I like it. Oh, Odin is in big trouble. Odin is already in trouble because of the combination of Ramu, Titan, and Phoenix with Ifrit. But put Bahamut in there and it's almost game over. Okay, we're near. See the point of view of Bamir, and there's the hunt. So we'll just continue it on the next scheduled episode. I don't want the hunt to be, separated by different episodes. All right, folks. Hope you've enjoyed episode 45. Thank you, everyone. God bless you all, and stay safe out there, folks.